D&D Minnesota special scene made just for this. Because we haven't had a minisode since we started using webcams. Believe it or
No,
not.
we haven't. We haven't had one, at least with just one person. Because we've had a couple minisodes with 2 people and 3 people, but we've never done one with just one person.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I didn't really count though, because they were minisodes, but they were like off-season minisodes.
That's fair.
So we join Alvin here in his study, giant cross that uses baby souls for power. Once upon a time, used to.
Like,
Not
we're
to say it won't again.
That way.
And we're gonna let Alvin ruminate about what he has learned recently and what he plans to do, perhaps, and get probably 2 loot points for the doing of it.
Okay, now let's see what we've done. What has happened so far? We'll need to situate things in other places around the world, as well as deal with this rusty shoe business. Someone's trying to overthrow me in my own city. That is unacceptable. We have to figure out who this person is and what to do about him. And also, we need to figure out what to do with that, as it is a magical artifact capable of harnessing extreme power once used by the gods, and then used for some demonic reason. I didn't go too much into detail, other than it was using souls of children. We're definitely not going to do that. But we might be able to purpose it for something else. And on top of that, there's all of these weird things going throughout the city, so it's just much to get done, much needed to be completed. And we'll just
and
have
the
to tackle them one
ever-present
at a
threat of
time.
Ulford, at least in your mind.
Yes, and Ulford, the bastards and their assassins.
and outside of your very singular experience with Ulford, and not even with Ulford proper, just people who came from Ulford, that is what has colored everybody's view of Ulford. Nobody knows what Ulford is actually like. Just Alvin's been spreading this shit around town, and now Seyfall.
Assassins. We don't like them.
This is very much a Parks and Rec situation here. Alvin has Pawnee. and Ulford is Eagleton. I mean, let's just take a look real quick. Let's just compare these maps right here. Okay, so this is Seyfalls, and this is the lovely Seyfalls map, right? Looks great. Looks like a totally great city. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is somewhere in these 300 plus freaking maps that we've accumulated is Ulford. So there it is. We literally have 2 maps. We have an inn in Ulford and Ulford proper. So somebody else has been here. Look at this. This is Ulford. Look how majestic this looks.
It's a very nice city.
It is. Ulford. Seyfalls.
Uh-huh.
Just saying.
Points?
I mean, it could look much better. You've done so many renovations.
Yeah, I'm going... I just need to sit down.
Yeah.
I need to stop doing... I don't sit down very often. But neither here nor there. We gotta figure out what we're doing today.
We're creating witty banter.
Yeah, witty banter. Back and forth banter. You talk, I talk, you talk, you talk. That's how it works.
Except for I can change my voice.
Do you really think I could change my voice? I could do that.
Oh, jeez. At that point, it's just like, can't even understand what's happening.
Yeah, I normally tend to go just like a couple of clicks left or right, just to add just a little bit to distinguish it for you guys. I don't know. How does it sound when I do that, though, honestly?
It sounds like just like if you turn the gravel up on like an orc from like the Shadow of War game, but you turned it way too high, so it's like.
Oh, no, not that kind. No, like this. The ones I do legit.
Like this should just be slightly lower.
Oh,
but
that
within
sounds
reason.
fine. It
And that
sounds
should
great.
be within reason for a slightly.
Husker voice. And then this should be like within reason for a more feminine voice.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'll go up to like here max.
Yeah, the range that you go onto is perfectly fine. It's
Cool.
it was when you went all the way down. I was like,
Yeah, that was very soon after buying this thing, so I had no idea what I'm doing with that. But if you're ever in a cave, hello.
Echo. That's always fun.
Hey, Rip.
Hello. Okay, back on track. Alvin, you have in front of you the cross. You have Rusty Shoe. You have whatever's going on with Ulford. And I feel like there's other things that you just described that I'm forgetting, but I don't have a good memory. That's why I make you distribute the systems that I make for you.
That's fair. Well, let's see here.
I just force you to use this character model.
Yes. I can't remember precisely. Did the armor tell me that he knows any way of reactivating the artifact?
He does not know how you could reactivate it at this point with what's all been done to it. But the
Okay.
base material is like he would tell you like the base material, you can't make something like this without it, and you can't get this much material. Like there was a limited amount that got made, and nobody can make it anymore.
Okay, so this is a precious artifact that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really an artifact so much at this point in terms of magical properties, but in terms of material. Like,
Yes.
this stuff is worth way more than its weight in, like, diamonds.
Okay.
This stuff, because you just, it's not, doesn't exist. Like I said, it's like Quindala or whatever the fuck from Wheel of Time. Like, it just, you can't get it anymore. And this, because of all the fuckery that they did to it, it is now in a inert state, and just this big chunk of stuff that was used for that.
Yeah.
However, magic remembers magic, and it's easier to put enchantments on something that has had them before, and the further you deviate, the more difficult it becomes.
True. Okay. I don't know precisely how I'm going to re-enchant that right now, because I don't think anything in my repertoire matches that the situation needed to do that. So that is something where it's going to be there for now until we can find the exact way of doing so.
There's lots of places all over the world for that.
Yeah, there is. I just don't. So probably the.
There's Trevor. He's old
There's
as
Trevor.
fuck.
Yeah, so Trevor would probably be one of the better options to ask for that, but for now, because there's no immediate thing that we can be done about it, I'm gonna look into the Rusty Shoe situation.
How are we going to do that?
Well, the easiest way would be to confer with my guards. So Rip would be the best person to go talk to see what he knows. Oh, look, old tokens again.
Yep. Guardhouse that has also not been renovated yet.
Yeah, now you're gonna get a new map for this place really bad. This map is nope, not fitting for a guardhouse anymore. Not with the change of who we have here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go up into the guardhouse and Rip,
Yes,
are you
Alvin.
available? So what do we have so far about the whole Rusty Shoe situation?
Honestly, not a whole lot. It's always at least three contacts away from anybody we apprehend.
So he doesn't let his inner circle step out very much.
That's what we
Mr.
surmise.
Okay.
I think
Well,
we need an increase in our budget for cleaning the walls as well.
okay. Well, how much do you want to increase it by?
Well, I don't.
How big is this city?
Let me double check the population because I have that written down
And
somewhere else.
imagine like 25% of the population that would choose sides or care enough whether it was you or somebody else in charge. Like 25% of that roughly is on the Rusty Shoe side, and probably half of that is doing graffiti.
Okay. So the population at the moment we're sitting at.
There's a lot of kids doing it too that aren't even part of it, but are just like down with the power.
It's what's happening.
Down
Yeah.
with the power. The Rusty
We're
Shoe.
we're at 6,562 people in the city.
So yeah, so probably half of that is within age range. That'd take a quarter of that. So that's like 700-ish.
Yeah, 700.
So, and then like half of that's doing graffiti is like 350. So like 350 people running around the city doing graffiti. How many cleaners would you have to hire to clean that up? Do vampires learn magic?
Vampires can learn magic. They usually have some innate magic capabilities.
Could you think they could learn prestidigitation? You could teach the vampires prestidigitation and they could clean up on their night rounds.
Yeah, I'll absolutely go through the effort of teaching them.
I don't know how much that'll cost.
Prestidigitation.
You can figure that out, but
I'm gonna say that's probably going to be because creating things to teach them prestidigitation, the spell, because it's giving them the innate ability to cast a cantrip, plus the cost of making the items needed for them to study and complete it. I would probably, depending on how many vampires we have, it'd be probably about 2 months at about 175 gold apiece.
yeah,
So
those
I
numbers
can-
sound fine to me.
Okay, so how many vampires do we have at the moment?
I don't know. Do you have that written down somewhere?
Okay, let me take a look if I do. Let's see what the vampire guard looks like right
Asking
now.
me like I know anything that's going on in this city.
The vampire guard is currently at 25 members.
That should be a good amount to prestidigitate things on their way past.
Alright, so
That's a fast spell, right?
it's one action, so it's 6 seconds.
Yeah, 6 seconds. They can do that in passing. They could just be walking past it and wiggle their fingers or whatever the fuck you do.
Yeah, since they already have the innate, most vampires do have some sort of innate casting. This should be no problem.
What are the components for it?
It is a somatic and verbal, I believe, is just the thing. Verbal and somatic component. That's it.
Oh, well, yeah. Then yeah, just mumble and wiggle your fingers at it as you pass, vampires. Although
There we go.
that might make. Although just also think about the image here now of vampires walking around at night, pointing their fingers at things and going boogity boogity boo under their breath, basically. That's not ominous in your city at all.
I think eventually people because Alvin would be like, the vampires aren't actually here to hurt people. So if you want to talk to them, you can just respect their privacy and they'll respect yours.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure if people want to ask, I'm just saying they're just cleaning the walls. They're just doing their job. That's
Yep.
all. I didn't teach them it's because Alvin has spells that he can do to really mess with people like that, but I'm not teaching them that spell. So because technically if I really wanted to, I could start going around the town and casting magic mouth on all the walls.
Yeah.
which is if anyone tries to spray paint that symbol on the wall while they're within 30 feet of any of my magic mouths, it starts to scream at them.
That sounds dreadful for everybody in your city.
Yes, so like that's a thing I can do with my own spell, but I'm not
Yeah.
going to.
Yeah. Probably good for morale that you're not.
Yeah, so I'm just going to do the teach the vampires that, so that would be, let me, I don't want to have to do all that math. Let me pull up my
Welcome to Sim
calculator.
Dog Pound DnD City.
Hi, this is what Alvin does half the time, guys. In case you're
Alvin
wondering.
runs the city and just lavishes 420,000 gold on party members.
Hey, they had an item, so here's a hint for all other parties. If you find an item that I want, I'll pay you.
Yeah, yeah, that's what they need to know. You find something that's worth it, and I did not anticipate this direction that the party went, and then they did a lot of things, and to their credit, it worked out for them. I'm not gonna take that away from them.
Okay, and then you know what? We'll also, because the city income is really well right now.
Alvin probably could have paid them like 100 platinum a piece, and they probably would have gone for it.
Probably. But to help further, because we do have the resources for it, I'm going to double the sanitation budget for the whole city sanitation system and the guard budget for the city.
That's probably a good idea.
So I'm gonna double their budgets now.
That sounds like a good place to start.
Okay. Hopefully that will assist with this, at least keeping the symbols down, stop the propaganda from spreading, but we will need to keep an eye, get further eye. Should I look to send some people up into the library to start studying under investigator to help look for the rusty shoe, or what do you think, Rip?
I mean, I'm no slouch myself, but I haven't been able to find much.
Okay.
Seems that an investigator with years of experience would be best.
Okay. I will see what I can do then.
I'd start down in the lower part of the city, if I were you.
Near the docks? Or the underground portion that's under construction?
The portion you guys were at last time.
Okay. The lower district area.
Yeah, not a great place. Not the worst place, but not a great place. Not Detroit, but it's like...
It's getting up there.
Yeah, it's like Warren.
Wait, I can handle that. So I'll head over there.
Alright.
Take this off again. Change the track. And now we go to city streets that are used over and over and over again. I'm gonna have to take off the fog though.
Darkness.
There we go.
All right, which side am
You
I
enter
coming
top
from?
left
Top left. Got
to
it.
the sound of a crier reading out news and proclamations.
Ah, why did it jump me all the way down there?
I have no idea. You start right here.
Oh, I know what's happening.
What's happening?
Hold on. I need to... Okay, roll 20. Roll 20. Listen to me. Okay, so there we go. Can I drag myself around now? Yes, there we go.
There
I
we
can drag
go.
myself around. It was thinking I was right clicking and left clicking at the same time, so it was dragging me around the map while I was trying to focus myself. So, there we go.
And as you turn the corner, you see two young middle-aged halfling women. Hey, Matt. One with a rolling pin and one with a butcher's knife chasing a middle-aged halfling in a purple velvet tunic. And they're both screaming that they're going to kill him.
I just step out and be like, why are we killing people in the streets today?
Cause he is the best! Wait, do this.
Cause he's a bastard! Yeah, we kill him!
Oh dear.
Do you just let them run on their way?
Do they just run on their way, or do you?
I don't need to watch someone get murdered and like this, so I'll follow.
Oh God, 1 second. Let me grab them. There we go. Copy. I need a new map. I need to, I think. Yeah, that'll work. Here at the bottom.
Okay.
And now I'll up everyone a little bit. Roll athletics.
Okay.
That's how we do chases now.
It's not my
14.
best skill.
You maintain pace, but they are really pissed. And he goes, and the guy looks behind him and he goes,
Aren't you the mayor? You should stop this!
That's what I'm trying to do!
You're not gonna stop us! Earl's gotta die!
And I'm just gonna, while I can still see him, I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna point my hand out at him and I'm like, I shout towards him, don't resist this! I'm gonna fire banishment off at him.
roll persuasion.
Okay. I do have a good persuasion.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't resist it. Boop. Hey, he's gone. And now they turn at you, both with their weapons raised. And you just,
Weak.
yeah.
What did you do?
I made him disappear. Now we can talk about this.
What's there to talk about? You
Would
saying you support him? His kind
Can-
of people?
Why don't you explain what he has done to me and then we can discuss what can be done?
And then the one with the axe goes, he slept with my sister!
Okay.
And we're married! For 15 years!
Oh, he has committed adultery. I see now. But adultery isn't, unless inside a certain religions, is not speculation for murder, and we don't tolerate that here. Why are you trying to murder him in the end? He could receive other punishment, but not. He doesn't need to be murdered over this.
Roll persuasion.
I also forgot that I have the mayor's hat, which means I get a little bit of a bonus here.
You do.
That's a natural 20. 37, if you would like to know what that natural 20 roll is.
I want divorce papers right now. You can do it
Yes, easily.
with a 50-50 split of the assets. And I want custody of the kids.
Okay, it's fair. It's understandable.
Think you can get that done in 30 seconds?
Alvin will quickly pull out his own papers and start writing up real
Roll
quick.
performance?
It's a
something
charisma
else,
roll.
or something else that would be good for that.
Performance is probably good. That's a 19.
Yeah, you finish in time, and all the documents get signed just as Earl pops back in, and the woman grabs her ring and chucks it as hard as she can, and it bounces off his forehead. Go to hell, Earl! And they stomp off.
Well, you're not murdered now.
What did you do?
I convinced them to not murder you.
And how did you do that?
She wanted a divorce.
He looks at you shrewdly. And what were the terms?
50-50 split. Standard divorce things.
Gave away half? What about my kids?
She wants custody of those. Of the kids. You do realize you have committed adultery.
Roll strength.
That's not my good stat. Natural 20.
That was a 19. And not a 19 total, a 19 on the die. So Earl charges at you, and he tries attacking, and he jumps into the air and reaches Alvin, and you got a nat 20. Cobra Kai this shit.
just grab him when he's in the air because he's like half my size. Alvin's like 6'10", and you just like, now, it's not what you do.
Just holding him by the collar.
Yes.
He's just flailing away. You motherfucker!
You motherfucker! I'll kill you!
You really ought not to threaten to kill me. It's not the best idea.
You think you're so high and mighty? This is why you're gonna lose to the shoe!
Oh, there's the shoe again. How about you just calm down, and then we can discuss things, alright?
Roll. I don't want it to be persuasion.
I'm going to I'm actually going. I'm not going to. I'm not even going to do. Yeah, I won't do that, but I will activate.
To do anything
this
for
spell.
love, but he won't do that.
I'll do this spell on myself.
Well, it is gonna be potentially a charisma check. 'Cause I don't think there's anything that I want here. Yeah, I like charisma as a straight roll here.
Okay. I get a +2 to that, so it's 17.
He'll at least stop flailing around and swearing at you.
Now, if I had not stepped in, you would have been murdered, and I prefer not to watch you die. I don't like watching anyone die. And on top of that, you do realize if you were to be held in a court of law, committing adultery would give her leeway to not only claim more, but I did write in that she gets the kids, but I didn't say without rights of visitation. So you still have rights of visitation. In a court of law, you could have lost all your rights to your kids. I prevented that from happening by writing my own documentation, okay?
What about
What about child support?
She didn't specify any of that, so I didn't write any of that
Well,
in.
I mean, I guess I got off all right then.
There's a lot worse you can get without having someone like me stepping around here. So I wasn't trying to screw you out of everything. I solved the situation as best I could at the time of the moment without detaining every one of you at the same time, which is much more of a hassle for everyone.
Roll perception.
Okay. Perception.
I do feel that voice changer is helpful, at least. At least to slightly identify people.
Yes. 13.
No, continue.
Okay. And I'm going to set him down, because I'm like, he's calmed down now.
Yeah, yes.
Now, what to do after that? You talked about the rusty shoe. Would you be willing to discuss that with me? Everyone is of...
Oh no, there's a lot of stuff that's not supposed to be here.
This is where we drew the map of the underground.
Yes. And Among Us, apparently.
Among Us too, yes.
There.
Among
So you can
Us?
paste yourself in here, and I'll bigify you.
Okay.
He does not blow up well.
No, not really. When they're that small, they tend
I
not
think
to.
I've seen him on Attack on Titan.
Okay.
Look at his mouth. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
He looks like he would be a Titan. Yes, if you know any information about the rusty shoe, it would be great help to me, and I can even help you. Since I did help file the divorce papers, I could give you some incentive to assist me.
How can I help you with Rusty Shoe?
Do you know where his members of his followers will meet? Any information of possible location?
I don't
Anything
know
of that
where they
sort.
meet. I've always heard they live the most lavish lifestyle beneath the streets. They come up, they spoil the riches of the city and take what they want. They enjoy the best of the best. That's why everyone wants to be like them.
It's everything I hate about rich people and the things I try not to emulate myself.
But you see, they don't market themselves as rich. That's why it's the dream.
Oh, I see. I see.
They don't live in castles or mansions.
Okay. I see what you're talking about now. Underground. That does narrow things down for me, so I do appreciate that. And Alvin will pull out of his pocket and be like, just don't let her know that you got any of this from me, alright? And
Oh, certainly not.
I will
Stuffs it
pull
into
out
his jacket.
50 platinum for him.
Oh my god, that's a lot of money. Yeah, he pockets that, and and I must go now, as you can imagine. And he kind of like runs, like,
Yep.
'cause that's a lot of money to be carrying on you here,
Yes. By all
especially with
means.
an element in the city that just takes what they want
Yeah.
and go to the finest establishments for all the worst sins.
Well, I have no. I'll just be like, thank you for the information. Have a good day, Earl.
All right. So you're back in Safe Falls. You can go back into the streets that you were at before this little
Chase.
bit of flavor happened.
Yeah.
Or you can figure out what clues have been given to you and what to do with those.
Okay, underground lavish locations. A person who might know could be Rip, since he did have that underground area that he lived in while he was still on his past life. But he blew all that up. I wonder if there are other catacombs and places underneath the city. Could bargain a venture to look
Roll
into.
remembering things, whatever that would be. Yeah, there's something
History?
Alvin should know. It hasn't been that long, but it's been a while.
History?
Yeah, I mean, it's not remembering, like, historical facts. It's remembering things he's done in the past, personally.
Okay.
So, if you still think history is it, then roll history.
I would bargain history is to remember things of the past of a location, also the history of yourself, so 16?
There are semi-major structures in your city that are based at least half underground that you have visited before. You can't quite recall where, but you've been somewhere before that was underground. Well, half underground.
I thought we destroyed that. Is the slave market?
The slave market was?
Yeah, the slave market had a portion underground.
Mm-hmm.
The slave collar makers wasn't underground. I don't remember if the Church of Moradin had any underground portions to it.
It did. I don't know. Let me look to make sure, though. Yeah, because that used to be the fighting arena.
Yeah, that used to be the
things that
fighting
Naxxus
arena.
is in. So technically,
Okay.
yeah, that has underground as well.
The inn doesn't have anything. Yeah, there was the underground catacombs that Rip destroyed, but those are gone.
Yeah, those got destroyed.
The old church, the church in this city, the one that was here, the Novastane church that was here, didn't have an underground.
I don't believe so.
Because that we barred that off specifically because it didn't have one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did not.
Okay. I don't remember all the any other maps we've been to, because I mean, there's the distant Safe Falls sewers, but that's over half a day away, and that's where the new town is built up there now.
That's true.
So, I guess the only places to really check would be to look if there's any entrance underneath Rorschach's Rack, which is where the slave market used to be, or to go to the Church of Moradin. Well, those would be the only two places that had underground portions
Mm-hmm.
that I can remember. There's nothing
Or
underneath the
you can also
guardhouse.
go back to the city streets and talk around traditional people, so you have options.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go out in the streets first to kind of narrow things down. I know it's underground and I know a couple accesses, but I want to glean some extra information here and there.
Absolutely. You're back at the city streets, and you're back in the top left. And now the town crier is talking about how don't be scared if the night guard is pointing and mumbling about things. It's fine, they're just cleaning the fucking roof.
It's fine. They're just cleaning the graffiti off the walls. Don't be worried, guys.
I'm really sit there and be like, thank you so much for just telling people that. Like,
Don't be scared of the night watch. They clean our streets.
you know, it's like, well said, well said. And he's the town crier, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look over to him and
Well,
like,
one of them.
shit. Sorry if that was
Oops.
really loud. I knocked my microphone over.
Oh no.
That was unique. I'm gonna look at you and be like, crier, what is your name? Hard for me to remember. Evan.
Stephanopoulos.
Stephanopoulos. Have you yourself heard anything recently about the Rusty Shoe, or seen anyone on the streets in the last few days?
I heard you were great, but you suffered a bit on the details. He just kind of goes like this.
Let me hold on. Let me look at what you're doing.
1 second.
Oh,
So okay, so I'm doing yeah.
okay. Okay. Understand. Understood.
I don't think you do. And it kind of goes like this. It goes.
Ah. And he's kind of ushering this way. I'm getting it right. Like he's trying to tell me to go.
He's
Off
just trying
to
to
the
tell you
side.
to turn around.
Oh, I turn around.
You see this little goblin kid with what looks like a burnt out torch, putting Rusty Shoe graffiti on the wall.
I tip my hat to the crier.
He holds his hat out.
I'll put a platinum inside of his hat.
Thank you kindly. Puts it back on his head.
And I'll look over to where the kid is, and I'm like, okay. And I'm going to walk up to here.
Roll. Are you trying to be stealthy, or are you just walking?
I'm walking.
Oh, he hears you at about here, turns and starts to sprint.
Why does everyone run in this city?
Well, he was just writing anti-Alvin graffiti basically on the wall, and Alvin is walking towards him.
You know, if you just talk to me, it won't be a problem.
A Rusty Shoe, they'll never die!
Don't make me banish you two.
He's running. And she sees these two people, and she dives underneath the table.
I'm not trying to hurt anyone else.
Yeah, but I mean, this is the bad part of Safe Falls.
Yeah.
Do you try to chase him, or do you try to do anything else?
Wait, hold on. Let me look at my things real quick. Um, I'm just gonna snap my fingers and activate the effect haste on myself and dash towards him.
Oh, absolutely. Do you try and tackle him?
What I'm going to do instead, actually, is because I don't want to hurt him, is I'm going to use the effect of my metallic breath. And I'm going to choose the enervating effect on this. So he will have to succeed a Constitution saving throw DC 18.
Hard to see because this thing doesn't autofocus, but it rolled 19 on the die.
Oh, geez. Okay,
This die
fine.
has rolled 19 3 times against you.
That's fine. So yeah, obviously that breath doesn't work, and I'm like, oh, fine. And I'm just going to tackle him at that point.
Okay, grapple.
Okay, that's an athletics check for me. And I do get to add that to this, so boop. That would be 23.
Yeah, you smush him big time. He's knocked unconscious. It wasn't your fault, but when you hit him, he went down in such a way and just bashed his head off the concrete. There's actually a little bit of blood leaking out of his head.
And I'm going to sit there and be like, okay, I don't need you to die on me, kid, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
Absolutely. He is healed. You see the wound in his head close up, but he is still unconscious at the moment.
I'm gonna pick him up and carry him, and I'm gonna. Is there like a nearby like food shop that I can take him to?
There's a lady hiding under the table at an inn. Well, a semi-outdoor inn, like it's an indoor outdoor.
I'm gonna walk up to there with him, and I'm gonna be like, "Excuse me,
And she looks over. Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me!
why would the mayor hurt you? I have no
I
intentions
don't know. You
of
just
that.
beat the shit out of that kid.
I healed him. I just wanted to talk to him, and he's running away. People are very unreasonable today. I just want to talk to people."
Well, if he's that little shit that's been putting graffiti all over the inn, then I can see why he'd run.
Yes, he is the one putting up graffiti, so... And he did say he wants the rusty shoe to never die, so it makes sense.
Fucking
but,
rusty shoe. Everything was better before that motherfucker came around.
Is this
Things
what
are
I've been
getting better
hearing?
every day.
That's what the whole process is, to try to figure out who this rusty shoe is and what he's up to. Would you mind
He's
if
up to no good, I'm sure.
Oh,
Fucking
most likely.
all the horrors. That's why my fucking brother left to go and try and join them.
Did he say where he was going?
He did not. He doesn't know where to find him. Have you met my
Okay.
brother? Jesus. No, he
No,
just
I
figured
didn't
he'd go
think I
out
have.
there and find him. Like it's that easy.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't think it would be that easy. Do you mind if is this your establishment? Is it okay if I sit here and eat?
I mean, you can order.
Yeah, that's what I would like to do. I'd like to
I
order
don't
something.
own the place, but I can certainly take your order out here.
Oh, yes. Well, what have you got as far as food goes?
We've got some mutton, some fried eel, And some snake fillets.
You know what? I will get one of each. How about that?
Absolutely. And she bustles off and she's off doing her thing, getting the food made, etc. What are you doing?
There we go. What are you
Uh,
doing?
I'm gonna sit there and look at the kid and be like, okay. Just making sure that I have my eyes on the kid when he wakes up, because I plan on talking to him and I wanted to give him some food to try to get him to calm down.
Yeah, he
So-
wakes up, starts to stir, sees you, and looks like he's about to bolt.
Sit there. I just want to talk to you.
Persuasion.
Okay. Hold on, I have to turn my things on again. That is a 27.
Let me see if I can do this. You gonna focus now? Not really. Maybe. A little.
4.
Oh, there we
I
go.
see
Hey,
it.
look, it worked.
Yep.
4. Yeah, definitely not. He stays sitting.
Okay. Now I've ordered some food for us, and you are welcome to eat whatever you like. But I would like for you to talk to me about this rusty shoe.
I ain't no narc.
You're no knock. I understand that, but you do realize that murdering, if he does to murder me, that it is not a good thing.
Who said anything about murdering you?
A lot of people have talked to me about me either being killed or replaced.
Also, not for nothing, I just did a sound back on this voice, and I love it for a child. It's way better than I could have hoped, because I don't know what I'm sounding like. I have 2 dials. I have gender and pitch, and I went for male child.
There you go. But okay, then not murder, but I just want to know what's going on. But would you people who constantly go for he's about a lavish lifestyle that he's all about living life to its fullest of the riches of the best of the best.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He gets anything he wants. I'm gonna become one of them one day. And I'm gonna live the good life.
Are you aware of usually how people live the life of lavishness like that? Getting whatever they want. It usually involves taking it from others.
Yes, just like you took the city.
I was voted
You know
into
exactly
the
what I'm
city.
talking about.
I was voted into
And
the
what
city.
happened to the
Lord.
last mayor?
He died.
Conveniently.
And the mayor before that was murdered.
Conveniently shortly after you came to town.
The mayor oh, are you talking about the mayor before me?
Yes. Conveniently.
Yes. Yeah,
And then
I
your
mean, you've got a good
rival
point.
in the election was conveniently murdered.
Out of character, 100% this person, Rusty Shoe, out of character, like out of game, so you and me know that this is on a level footing. He has all the stuff that I make fun of you for, just because
Yeah.
I like to twist it. He's been using as propaganda in your city.
Ah, okay.
So expect anything to be twisted. So it's not me against you and twisting what happened. This is what is going on. So
Well,
hopefully that's fine.
yeah, it's fine. I can see what you're talking about, but would you like to know what the Master Mayor did? He was actively willing to allow people to be slaves, children, women, men, monsters, whatever he wanted. He's willing to murder people out of his way, and he supported all of that.
And
That
she
I
let
did
the
know.
boogeyman into town.
The vampires.
Do they know
There's
there's
this-
vampires?
Do they know there's
Yes.
vampires?
Yes, I have informed the city that we
Okay.
have vampires here.
Yes. Vampires on the loose in the city at night.
They're not evil.
Have you read the stories?
Yes, but have you met them?
I see them creeping down the street at night. I don't get
Yes.
anywhere close.
But I've actually gone through the effort to meet with them and
And
speak
get
to
eaten?
them. I didn't get eaten.
That's because you're big. Look at me. I'm snack size.
I'm certain that if you could put up a fight against them.
Well, I couldn't against you.
I'm an entirely different person than vampires. But you are strong. I will give you that.
And he just kind of flexes his little goblin muscle.
Would you mind me at least asking? You don't have to tell me, but I would like to ask, where's your family?
What family?
Do you not have a family?
I had a nun once.
A nun?
Yes, she died.
I'm terribly sorry.
I only knew her for a few years. Wasn't the
But
best
still-
either.
You were raised in a church at the beginning, I'm guessing, or
Yes,
outside
that's
of one?
why you caught me. If she hadn't broken my leg, I would have been able to get away real fast.
Oh, dear me. Hold on. And,
It's not.
It's not presently broken, but it did not heal right.
could I attempt to fix that using lesser restoration?
If you broke it.
I don't want to do that to him unless he's willing.
You'd have to broach the topic with it. But yeah,
I've been
because it
looking
would
at him
technically
like-
be one thing, so you could heal it back right, but you'd have to re-break it to...
I would look at him and be
Heal it.
like, I could fix it, but it would hurt a lot.
How much?
I would have to break your leg again to fix it properly. I don't want to do it unless you want to, but I won't do it unless you want to do that.
No. No.
But I wanted to at least give you the offer to fix your leg.
Why don't you just adopt me? You adopt everyone else.
You want me to adopt you? Are you sure? I mean, you
Wait.
want to
He
you
looks
want to
up
live
at
like
you.
the
He looks up at you and he's like, wait, are you serious?
If you want that.
Out of character, you do have a bit of a reputation for adopting people that wouldn't have anywhere else to go, so it's
Yes,
kind
I
of a
know.
folklore. It's like becoming a rock star or like getting plucked out.
Yes.
Like, yeah, there's some mythos going on, and that's like everybody's like, I'll have that happen one day.
But yeah, I'm looking at him and be like, if that's what you want. One of my children has moved out of the house. He lives now inside the forest to help the cleanup process out there. If you want to
Forest
be,
is dirty.
yes, but
I
he.
want to go to college. I want to be a mage. Mages
Yes,
don't
I-
need to walk.
I mean, if you would want to, you can start studying there when you're old enough. I can send
Just
you to
like
one of the
my,
schools.
just like my hero,
What's your hero?
Ikra. He's my favorite one of the heroes.
He's certainly eccentric, I'll give you that. But yes, if that's what you want, if you want to be adopted, it can be done.
How do I do it?
I need to fill out the paperwork
What
and submit
paperwork?
it to the city. Well, there's paperwork. And Alvin will pull out documentations, and he's like, let's see. And he'll quickly start writing it up, and he shows what it would look like. And he's like, this is the paperwork that usually gets filled out for adoption. I need to file this into the city, and once that is processed, which I can push forward since I am the mayor of the city, you understand, you would be adopted by me. But that's if you want it.
Do I get to stay at your house?
Yes.
Do you feed me?
Yes. You would have to behave, though. You do understand.
What does
My-
behave mean?
I would request that you don't just draw rusty shoe symbols all around the house or around the city
Well,
anymore.
no, that seems inappropriate.
Okay. Just generally don't be mean to other people. I mean, it's okay to mess with the people that you know, like your friends, but don't. Just as long as you don't hurt their feelings, because I mean, I give a quick verbal jab to my companions from of old.
Will you
So
teach
it's
me
fine.
magic?
To what?
Will you teach me magic?
Yes, I can teach you what I know. And then once you are old enough, you can go to the college and learn what they know.
I don't want to
Yeah.
blow up.
Okay, that's fair. Then you can study under me at my you can study under me then.
It sounds a lot safer.
I do need to look into the safety regulations of that college. They seem to be getting a little over eccentric these days.
Did you hear they lost a student?
Yes, I did hear. It's a student that I sponsored myself, and I'm very angry about it.
Yeah, I don't want to get kidnapped either.
I know the people who kidnapped him, and I'm going to give them a scolding once they get back. But yes, you can study under me. You could even study under my mother and father if you wish, because my father is an enchanter and my mother was who taught me magic.
What was Icarus magic?
What was Icarus magic before?
He was a war mage? Or he's a wizard, but what about it?
Oh, I was just because now he's a time wizard.
Yeah,
I
he's
wanted-
he's a
But
chronologist.
before in the saga of part of the heroes, which is like
War mage.
War Mage.
He was a war wizard.
I
The
want to
ones
be a
that
war
have.
mage like Icarus.
Very well. I can teach you the basics of war magic. I can't teach you all of it, but I can give you as much as I can. As my understanding of magic is actually very similar to war wizards.
He just kind of stares at you blankly.
Yes, it can be done. You could be taught to become a war mage.
I'll destroy everyone that opposes you. Down with the rusty shoe.
Oh, I'll be enthusiastic. So, would you like to officially become my child?
Absolutely.
And Alvin will sign the piece of the document areas where he needs to, and he will hold it over to his name is Skrank. He will be like, and he will be like, do you know how to write your name and everything?
Absolutely.
Okay, and then I will.
And let's just do this real quick here. What?
Is this how he's writing it?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there looking at him like, we're definitely going to have to work on your penmanship.
As well, Caesar signs his name Skrank. You
I
kind of
look at
get
him.
what it is because you watched it while he was writing it, and it made more sense in the process than it does after the fact.
Yeah, I'm like, and I go and look to one of the other pages that I haven't signed yet, and I will sign in a similar matter, like a doctor signature. And I'll be like, adults do it that way too, but we'll work a little bit on your penmanship.
I now have to send a Discord message to people.
What? What? The fact that I adopted another
Dice
kid?
Tales, Alvin adopted another kid.
And then Alvin will, once the documents are signed, he'll pick it up and be like, "I will have this processed immediately."
I'll,
Also, when you create an NPC for Skrank,
Uh huh.
make sure maybe in the red or blue bubbles or something,
Yes.
put -3 gender +3 pitch in 2 separate circles.
Okay.
Because that is the setting for Skrank. And Skrank, if Skrank's going to be recurring, should probably have a consistent Skrank voice.
Okay. I can do that. She said -3 gender +4 pitch?
+3 pitch.
+3 pitch.
Yeah. Or, I mean, maybe that's three lit up. I'll know what it means. It's fine.
Okay. I got it.
Yep.
But he's like, "Welcome to the Dravania family."
down with the shoe!
And I'm assuming that the food is brought out eventually.
Yes, the food does come out. Let me get back to the GM. And she comes back out and she serves you the food.
Yeah, and I'll let him pick whatever he likes out of the 3 things I ordered.
Oh, if you've given the opportunity, he's going to eat all 3 of the things you ordered.
By all means, he can.
He is absolutely disgusting about it, though. He has no manners.
I'll sit there and be like, just kind of like hand him the cutlery and be like, do it that way. Have you ever seen the Victor Frankenstein?
I don't think so.
It's a different take on the how Frankenstein is. It's a more recent one.
Mhm.
And Daniel Radcliffe plays Igor
I think I've
in
seen
that
it.
one.
I don't remember a lot
But yeah,
of it, but I've
But
seen
yeah,
it.
so like he's sitting there looking at Igor as he's just kind of like stuffing his face with his hands, and I'm just gonna be like, like Victor, but a little bit more fatherly, and be like handing him the cutlery, kind of
Takes the
showing him what he's
cutlery
supposed to
and then
do.
starts eating like this with the cutlery.
And I'm like, it's an improvement. We'll work on it. And once he's done, I will pay
Yeah,
my due for the food.
you do so.
And how much would it cost me?
I don't know, like 3 silver.
Okay, so I'll pay the silver, and then I'll look for the lady. I'll be like, "Excuse me, I'm assuming that he has given you trouble, and I don't want this to. I do not want ill will between what has occurred with Skrank and this establishment. So please take this for the establishment. As I said, I hand her 10 platinum, and then I pull out 10 more platinum and 10 for yourself."
Are you gonna pay off the whole city block?
What? For what?
For this little... He's written on everybody's walls.
Yeah, I'm gonna go around and give compensation to everyone.
Urinated in Miss Patil's flower garden.
Oh, going to take care of that as well.
Good luck on ya. Thank you for the tip, though.
You're welcome. I'm just gonna look at him like, you've done a little bit more than I expected, but I'll handle it. But yes, Alvin is going to go around and talking to the establishments that have dealt with Skrank's mischievous deeds. And
Yeah, that's probably gonna cost you 120 platinum, all said and done.
okay, I take care of it.
And I assume you deliver Skrank to your home?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go drop him in there so you can make an NPC later.
All right.
Let's go to your house. Obviously, he's been put on the approved list for Miss Lippy.
Yes. Yes. I'll be like, go look at Miss Lippy and be like, no biting at
That's
all.
one bite. That's one bite right there.
Yeah, that's one bite. I'll be like, this is the new child of mine. I adopted him just now.
You're also
Don't
welcome.
bite him.
You're also welcome to change out the art as long as you keep with a red theme.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find a reddish color goblin.
Another child for the university arc.
Yep. I'm just creating more characters for the university arc. It's fine. It's all I'm doing. And while I'm going around paying off his stuff, I'm gonna be asking people if anyone knows about anything about the Rusty Shoe themselves. Or any ideas?
Roll investigation.
Ooh, investigation. I like that one. Yes, I get to roll those at advantage. Boop. Wow, I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Yeah.
Well, is it? No, my ear for deceit is insight, so.
You hear a lot of the same echoes that you kind of heard before. They're said to frequent the finest of establishments, and the establishments shut down while they're in there, and nobody's willing to stand up to them. That sort of deal.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That was a sad roll.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot more you could have learned.
Yeah. Well, I didn't learn anything. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, what to do at this point now that that's out of the way?
Out of character, you haven't given enough information to at least decide places, so there are other
Yeah.
things you could find for other places to go and other avenues to pursue, but you're not without options.
I want to go investigate any of the old. See if there's any remnants of the old slave market left around the where the Rashok's Rack now states.
Rashok's Wreck was built inside of the slave market.
Oh, okay.
It was renovated and repurposed.
All right. I don't remember if there's like I don't think there's an underground access there.
No.
No, it is the Rashok's Rack is the underground access. It itself is where it is. Okay, so. I guess then the only real place to look for through underground. You said I've been to a location that it has underground access, and I'm like,
Not underground
No.
access necessarily, underground parts of it.
okay.
Like
Did-
at least part of it is underground, like the
I don't
fighting
remember.
place.
Yeah,
like,
part of it. I don't
or-
remember if Theater Uno had anything, but I will go take a look at the Church of Morden.
I mean,
'Cause that
also, I
would
mean, you
be-
have your catacombs in the city tombs, of course.
Oh, geez.
And then also, trying to think where else you've been. Macy's would definitely have a sub basement floor. They go down a couple under. The Insane Asylum definitely has several floors below it.
Oh, lovely.
Theater Uno could be considered to be underground technically, but like at its lowest point, it would be like waist height ground level.
Yeah, I think for what is around right now, I think I'm gonna go take a look at the church.
Technically,
The-
Charming Secondhand Charms is underground as well.
It is. I'll look over there when I go looking through the catacombs and secondhand charms. I'll do
Yep.
those at the same time. But I want to go check a look at the forge and the treasure moor to see what underground portions of that place still remain.
All right, 1 second. I need to discuss your thought process for a moment while I do a lot of things.
Well, the underground. Would this is where a problem arises of replacing things. Now I could have covered up any of the secret passageways that may have been accessible before, but still, it's good to check where I do know things could be. No one had any extra information in the street, and that's quite unfortunate. Would have been nice to pick up something else to go off of, but it is what it is. We just have to simply move on and figure it out as we go along.
We absolutely do. I'm almost done.
I wonder. There might be a place that I could look into. I don't know too much about if it has underground access, but I could look into Jack Barker's place, since the kid did say they might use this rusty shoe might use the semblance of my, as he would consider my past sins to his advantage. And Jack Barker's, though I did not kill him, he did die during the election process.
All right, and with that, you arrive at Rashok's Rack,
Oh, okay.
the church / strip club.
Yes.
I assume that's what you meant by church.
Yeah, I'll check this place out, but I do also want to check out the forge later as well. So
You're like, I didn't mean that, but now that you
It's
seem to
fine.
have interpreted it that way, that's probably where I'm supposed to go.
I'm like, I could go here and take a look at this place, especially since I see a character who I've never actually seen before.
Which one?
In the establishment, this one.
Oh yeah, no, she's exactly what you're expecting to be up on a stage in this establishment.
Yeah, I assume that that's probably the situation.
Yeah, she's doing her deal. There's lights flashing around. It's all great. Somebody's using what's that, colored lights or something like that?
There's dancing lights.
Yeah, dancing lights.
Oh yeah, dancing lights would be the one. I'm just looking around like Alvin is very much in the situation where it's like, I don't like coming down here very often. But
you see the dancing going on, you see people at tables, you see an old bearded dwarf ordering beer from the jester behind the bar. These are kind of upper levels, so.
okay. I'm going to go up to the dwarf and be like, would you be willing to have a chat with me if I buy you around?
I've never said no to another free beer.
Very well. What are you ordering?
It's all on.
It's all on you.
All right.
So, let's order the best on the house.
Right, you are. Gisbert, can you give me one of the best for this fine dwarf
That's
here?
10 gold, right?
Yes. And I'll place a platinum for it.
Alright, he drinks it and he rolls.
What? Did he pass out? What happened?
Oh, when he just falls off his fucking chair. I'm gonna do it right. Ready? Ready?
Uh-huh. I
He's fucking done.
I just looked out at him like, that didn't work out in any way that I expected.
Oh, God. So you want to know what happened there?
He rolled a nat 1.
He's a dwarf. He has advantage.
He rolled 2 nat 1s.
You rolled 2 now.
He catastrophed.
He done. He done. Good effort.
I looked out at him and I'm like, oh.
The bartender's
Alvin.
just like, that's why we make a lot of money on it.
I see now. My compliments to Ikarath for making such a well-designed drink. Or did you make that?
You know, a little of this, a little of that. Who's to say where the magic comes from?
Well, you know, compliments to whoever made it. I'm just gonna look at it and be like, oh well, and I'm gonna walk away from that.
And then this lady here, because you're actually over here, because that's part of the map for some reason.
Uh-huh.
Just is. Don't know why, but we're using it.
Yeah.
We should have a VIP room opening up soon.
Oh. Well then,
I'm sure Mr. Utah won't last much longer than he normally does.
Mr. Utah. Ah. Of course. Then
For
I
such
will,
a distinguished guest as yourself, I assume you'd avail yourself of the best luxuries.
Oh, yes. Don't come here very often, so I don't know what the best luxuries of this place are.
A little privacy, a little attention.
Oh, I see. No, I'm fine on that department, my dear. I am, and Alvin's wearing his rings like I'm happily married. Don't need
That just
attention.
means you can't touch it, doesn't mean you can't look.
Oh, that's you all right. You are, but you are correct. I can look. Usually these establishments is look, don't touch. At least that's what I know about them myself. So
I'm pretty sure you made prostitution legal in this city.
I did.
Just saying.
As long as it isn't forced, it's fine. If it's a willing choice, by all
So you're
means, they
saying
can do
so
it.
it's just not good enough for you?
No. You know what? I will happily go into one of the VIP rooms, my dear.
Alright, that will be whatever you find fair for such classes. You hear that music? It's divine.
Yes. Alvin will just pull. I don't know. She's very uncomfortable now.
At this point,
He'll pull 15 platinum out. He's like, it's fine.
oh, she snatches it and starts walking away to the next patron. It'll be right up on the way. I'm sure he'll be on his way down about now.
Okay.
Alright, so you are motioned to go up to the left side.
The left side, like, just okay. Like, go out and up, or go
Yeah, out
up to
and up.
here? Okay.
And let me turn on the light.
Yeah, hide more.
There we go. And you see this guy walking down the steps a little bit funny. And you see, as you walk up, this lady, like, and just kind of rubbing it on the underside of her dress.
Oh boy. And I was just walking up like, oh, why am I here? Why did I agree to this?
And as you sit down or are kind of herded to the couch, you can see across the way. Roll perception. Let's see if you can see across the way.
Yeah, let's see if I can see across the way. Hopefully I can see across the way. Hopefully I don't.
It will be how well you can see it.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah,
20.
you can see that well enough. It's not that hard to see across a room. And you see what looks like an exotic dance going on to a goblin in some robes with a stick and something on the top. You see a couple of different goblins passed out, and these two appear to be standing guard.
Okay. This is distinct correction. Yeah, Alvin's just kind of thinking to himself, like, that's a lot of goblins over there.
There are a lot of goblins over there. That is an accurate statement.
I should probably turn that off.
Yeah. But I'm just going to keep an eye on them for the most part. See what they're.
And she said,
And so the lady's there and goes, "So what'll it be for you?"
Just a dance. That's it. That's all,
Just
madam.
a dance.
Yes.
We're in the private room.
Mm,
Come on.
yes,
Don't be a skinflint like everyone says.
Excuse me. I'm a married man.
There's no reason to take. This is my livelihood.
This is your livelihood. I understand that, but
So you're
but
gonna
that's-
come up to the private. You think I made any money off of the private room booking?
I will give you money. Just do the dance. I don't want anything else, my dear.
How much money?
I don't know how. 10 platinum.
She absolutely snatches that up and just kind of starts dancing in the corner. He knows what's up.
Good. Alvin's just like, I'm happy that that's over with.
Alvin spent like 250 platinum today.
Yeah, he's very. I can tell you exactly how much I spent. I spent 150. 150 so far. So.
That's it. I thought you spent more because you're counting the 120 from.
Oh
the
yes,
cleanup,
100.
right?
I'm at 170.
Yeah, because there's 120 that you paid to clean up after what's his name.
Yes, I'm at 170 because I played.
How much did you give to the halfling?
Oh no, we're at about 90 then. Because I'm doing the math. It's 90. I just don't remember exactly how much I started with. So.
all right.
I was like,
So continuing, what do you do?
oh.
You watch them. If you're watching them, they're just. Well, I mean, they're all passed out. This one's drinking, and roll perception again. Yeah, snorting
27.
cocaine
Oh, lovely.
off of
Okay.
its stick.
I was just like, okay, I don't know if this is exactly what I need to be looking for. So he will wait the last bit of time until she's done dancing, and he will just kind of thank her for the dance and walk out.
All right.
Because he doesn't want to be here anymore. This is a very uncomfortable place for him to be, and he's gonna be like, look around. Yeah, I don't like this place. This is Moikaras business, and you're just gonna walk away.
All right. Where are you exploring next?
I want to go to that church. I want to go to the other side of town.
Abandoning his strongest leads, Alvin flees the premise.
I was hoping to talk to the dwarf, but no, he
There were other
passed
people
out.
there.
Yeah, I don't want to talk. I was going to talk to him because he was over on his own, and I know that Jezebel was a employee
You
of
could have also just
Icarus.
cast Lesser Restoration on him.
That's true.
Alvin
might
was
have been
just so
angry.
flustered he needed to get the fuck out.
Yeah, he's done. He's like,
I don't think we
nope.
have a map for that, do we?
I don't think we do. Do we need one?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I have one here. I could also look one up. Again, I don't see any suitably appropriate. Oh, that one works. Wait, what? Okay, I have totally good maps for this. Now, where is Eight Falls? Alright. Well, discuss Alvin's turmoil and thoughts about what he was just doing while I make you another map.
I don't understand why people like that kind of place. It's so weird. No. God. Why do people want to go there? I don't see the... It's just more stress than anything. Maybe it's stress because I'm a married man. Maybe if you're single, it makes more sense. So maybe if I bring Thalrak there, he'll have just as much turmoil. I need to bring Thalrak to the Rock. Maybe he'll be just as uncomfortable as I. But he likes to drink, unlike myself. I don't drink very often, so maybe he'll enjoy it. I don't know if I can torture anyone with that place the way what I just went through. Yeah. Oh well.
You
Just
son of
have
a
to
bitch,
do
roll
with
20.
it.
I accidentally hit the back button.
Oh no.
I was almost done.
Yeah.
Continue though, sorry.
Maybe things would be a little bit more simpler at the Moradin Church. Maybe I won't feel uncomfortable there, because at least Bartholomew's there, and he is a nice man, and I actually enjoy talking to him. I don't like...
There aren't that many of those in this game, apparently.
What?
Good people.
Good people? Bartholomew's up. He's definitely a good person, I'll tell you that.
Oh my god, how did I get on the wrong map? But we're almost, I'm almost done. If roll 20 cooperated.
Yeah, you're all good.
Continue with your musings. Maybe things you might have learned about it that may have been clues.
May have been clues. I don't know. There's the clues of the underground. And there's a whole thing about he's going after my. Seems that he likes to frame everything I've done in the worst possible light. But I mean, it's one of those things where, from a certain point of view, some of the things I have done is bad. But you got to look at the bigger picture. What I've done, not the small picture. People think too small. They need to broaden the horizon and think more about everything at once. There's probably something I could have learned from that place, but clearly those goblins didn't want anyone to barge in on them, otherwise I probably would have seen it to my fit to teleport over there, and I don't want to really disturb Icarus' establishment. He has his rules, and I'll respect them. I miss the days where I was an investigator and I didn't have to worry about people breaking every rule. I didn't have to worry about not breaking rules. I have to set an example now. Why did I take this job in the first place? Oh, I remember. Because people fucking suck.
Alvin just gets the shit beat out of him at all fucking turns in this game.
So, like, Alvin can't do the thing that he usually does. Because I designed him to be like Sherlock Holmes, where he doesn't care too much about the laws. They're more of guidelines that he follows. He just does whatever he wants to get the investigation done. But because of the fact that he's a mayor now, he has to really actually understand that he needs to follow his rules as well as other rules to set an example to everyone. Otherwise, people are going to be like, well, the mayor doesn't follow rules. We don't have to. So I'm hoping that by leading by example and me following rules and not going outside the laws and regulations that I established, that people will be like, oh, okay, he actually wants to follow the rules. He's actually establishing himself that way. Maybe we should too. But
Did we legitimately never make a Bartholomew NPC?
did we not?
I don't think we did.
Uh-oh. I think it was just like, because you asked me for all the ones that are really important at the time, so I took care of all the ones that were going to be used over and over and over again, so I didn't think I made a Bartholomew one, but he is on the map.
Yeah, I grabbed him
Safe
from there.
also.
But he's no longer... Well, he's kind of still the... It's complicated.
I would ask if he wants a new title, because I would give him his title in the city.
Yeah, right now he's just Bartholomew, and we will flip over to where you are joining the church, first floor.
First floor. Let me... yes, I would walk in and see how everyone's doing.
Oh,
Hello.
they're doing well. They're here to forge and pray and eat and socialize. Bingo's on at 11.
Alright, there you go. Things are going well in here, I guess. I'm gonna look around and be like,
You plan to stay for bingo?
is bingo soon?
It's at 11.
It's at 11. Maybe. I'm gonna be talking to Bartholomew for a bit if he's here, and then if I'm still here, then by all means, I'll
Jackpot's up to
participate
3
in it.
platinum.
Oh, wow. You know what? How about we spice things up? And I hand him 15 platinum. Put that in the pool. See if
Well,
that
this is
should get
gonna
people...
be great bingo tonight! Everyone! The jackpot's 18 platinum!
And I'm gonna look at the other dwarf. Like, is Bartholomew here?
Bartholomew's probably in the lower levels. He's
Okay.
taken to ingesting the fire, obviously.
Ah, okay. Well, thank you. Am I allowed to go down to speak to him?
I mean, certainly can. Just a little warm for your type.
I can make myself... I have ways to protect myself, don't worry. And, I will make my way towards the lower levels, walking through the whole place.
Yep.
Just kind of greeting everyone as I go through.
And you're at the top,
Okay.
and this is the lower level where you see Bartholomew just kind of being in the fire.
Oh. Well, this is extravagant. He's done wonders with this place.
Yeah, look at a lovely temple you built.
Yeah. And let's see here.
Also, unless you're not heat resistant, right?
I actually am because I have a ring that gives me resistance to heat.
And you're fine.
So I'm gonna walk in and be like, oh, bit warm, but not too bad. Bartholomew?
And he spins around and he goes, and click, Alvin, make a dex save.
Oh, dear, okay.
Yeah, you duck out of the way and you fall flat to the floor. It's just a gout of flame with little bits of, charcoal. lit
Okay.
embers are just kind of spraying out. And, oh, sorry, lad. You'll have to excuse me. It's frightened me.
Terribly sorry, I've stepped in unannounced. It's my fault as well. How are you doing?
Well, as you see, I've picked up a couple of new skills as he pets his belly.
Yes, you're doing quite well.
And
There's...
he burps, and a little bit of flame comes out.
So you've expanded your repertoire from not only being the ball, but now you are the fire,
Yes,
the
there's
light
a
of the
fire
ball as
in
well.
my belly.
Yes. There you go. Well done. But I was coming by because I don't know. I just remember this place used to be the old arena, and I was wondering if you, when we finished building the whole church under your design, did any of the old catacombs and pathways get left behind?
Just the one behind you. But we had
Really?
that boarded up until a few months ago. Well, actually, just boarded out. It was not boarded up. It was stone before. Now it's all boarded up.
Yeah. Well, yes. I
Kinda
was just curious.
caved in one day.
Interesting. Yes, I'm just curious because what I've learned is that the Rusty you've heard of the Rusty Shoe, correct?
Oh, have I ever?
His whole organization is underground, so I'm trying to figure out access
They keep
points.
trying to buy our goods, and they get clever and clever each time. Sad to say, I'm sure they've gotten a few through.
Well, it's to be it happens. You don't need to beat yourself over it. Obviously, we're going to deal with we're going to deal with people trying to overthrow me from within. Eventually. But, do you mind if I take a look at what's behind there?
You are certainly welcome to. You did pay for the place.
Okay. Well, hold on. If I remember correctly, Bartholomew, what was it? You got married, didn't you?
Yes, I did, although, let me tell you, sometimes I so wish I hadn't.
Was it spontaneous, or I don't quite remember. Was it very spontaneous, or was it a long
No,
courtship?
After you built the temple, there was a little bit of interest, but I feel like maybe I should not have jumped in so fast.
I can relate with you on that topic, my friend. But, is she doing well? As well as your kid?
I mean, yeah, hopefully the voice goes soon. My child we sent off to be trained in Kadun. With all the money you're paying me, I can afford it.
Well, I hope the training goes well. I know that the prospects that I have sent to Kadun have come out very well myself, so I certainly hope it goes well for you as well. But I will let you get back to work, and I'm just going to poke around a little bit. I'll try not to step into anything of your own business.
You're a real pain in the butt, Alvin.
I am?
Yeah. Give me a
Why?
moment, I gotta make another map.
Well, you're the one who I was okay, you know.
I told you, nobody believes me that you guys build what's happening just as much as me. I don't necessarily know all the things and the hints and the things you're gonna find. I didn't know you were gonna break up a murder until today, or I definitely didn't know you were gonna adopt a child.
he was like, the kid's probably like, I'm gonna throw this out there. It's just what it is.
Yeah,
And then,
he was just kind of
as soon
being a
as he-
sarcastic little dick about it.
And then immediately, as the person he's being sarcastic to was like, well, was that what you want? He's like, huh? Wait, that's a real thing?
Yeah. All right, so now we pull those away, and
There's gonna be a bunch of kids who are like, hey, if we just ask Alvin to adopt me, it will happen.
you're
And
just gonna
then
start
Alvin-
having petitioners at your door every day.
It's like, hey, can I be your next kid? And Alvin's gonna be like, what did the whole neighborhood find out?
Yeah, pretty much. All right, you're at
Okay.
the bottom.
All right, I don't know if ballroom music
Yeah,
is
I'm gonna
fitting
flip that in
anymore.
a second.
I'm just letting you know, like, I don't know if this is fitting anymore.
Yeah. Here we go.
Ah, yes, creepiness.
As you kind of have to crawl to get through parts of this tunnel that looks like it's heavily damaged and ready to collapse at any moment.
Oh dear. This doesn't pray very well. That's not good.
Roll perception. And also, do you have dark vision?
I have devil's sight. I can see through magical darkness.
Okay, what about like no light darkness?
I can see through that too.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. But there's no light. Roll perception.
Yeah, I'm doing so. Perception. 27?
Continue along your way.
Okay. Is that like I can't tell, is that a chasm? Right here?
It's obsidian.
Oh. Well, that's interesting.
Bits of obsidian streaking through there. All one big.
Creepy. It's like, I mean, it makes sense to have obsidian down here. There is an active lava flow down below.
Reveal, roll luck.
Lady Luck. That also gets that, so. Don't fuck me, Lady Luck.
Continue
18.
along your way.
20. Oh, hey. So I'm gonna walk into the air, and I'm gonna take a look. So these are old ruins, and I'm going to keep my eyes open for if there's the possibility of traps. I do not like that they just said it's coming. So can I roll investigation to see if there's any traps along my way as
Yeah,
I'm walking?
go ahead.
That's a 36.
There are no traps.
Okay, cool.
Roll.
Is there any con save?
Yeah.
Okay, 20?
All right. So you hear briefly. Might be too loud, so we're gonna try this. Yup. And you, as Alvin, are not broken, but You would have been incapacitated otherwise.
Oh, jeez, what was that? The bone breaker sound effect? Whew. Damn, okay, that was loud as hell.
Yeah.
Can I tell what was it? Was that just a loud scream that occurred there?
It was a loud scream.
Oh, jeez, what the hell is in here? A banshee?
As you pass around the corner, you see ruined the old fighting ring.
Oh. Noxus used to fight here?
And you see everything shattered. And what you see, roll investigation.
Okay.
You
30?
see what looks like just barely there, but just the remnants of blood in the shape of a pentagram.
No, not again. Oh dear, not again. And Alvin is going to pull something out of his pocket. Because there's something I picked up a long time ago. I'm going to look at the documents of summoning powerful demons.
You're looking at
That
what?
is the documentation. In the place that no one goes, the islands. On one of the islands, there was documents about a ritual to summon powerful demons.
Yeah, it definitely lines up with that.
And I'm gonna look at it and be like, oh, son of a. Does it look like it's completed?
It looks like it was completed a long time ago. There are, however, urns still full of something. This one you see is cracked open if you want to look inside.
I would like to look inside.
There's quartz crystals.
Quartz
100
crystals were.
quartz crystals.
And then I'm just gonna look over and be like, I assume that there's a chest of. An urn that has some sort of gold in it or something.
Yep, this one has 100 gold.
Oh, yeah.
This one's full of entrails.
This looks a lot more
mummified
organized.
entrails.
Yeah, I was like, this looks a lot more organized than the other ones. And, Alvin just remembers that when the symbol was disturbed, a weird feeling occurred, so he is not going to disturb the pentagram.
Always.
He's gonna be like, so this is a fifth. There was 5, he said. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. One begins to wonder if Rusty Shoe is a demon now. But maybe not. Maybe something else. Melvin is going to, against better judgment, look further down the catacombs.
Roll luck.
Lady Luck, don't screw me. That's not supposed to be at a... That's fucking low as shit.
You hear a rumbling and the ground shakes, and you hear a crash and the sound of boulders behind you, far behind you.
I assume that is the whole place collapsed behind me. Oh no. Well, we're stuck down here now. Might as well keep going.
So you actually, I think this is a good place for us to not have accomplished anything and schedule another mini-sode for next week while Alvin becomes
Okay.
unavailable to anybody.
Yep.
That's probably the best thing for you.
Alvin doesn't have to do anything except die.
Yes, so I think I don't want to take too much time today, but thank everyone for watching. Thanks, Dragonheart, for playing. And I will
Thank
see
you
you
for
again tomorrow.